Surround yourself with the magic.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to Window to the Magic. We are in Vietnam today at VinWonders Phu Quoc. I hear this is the biggest theme park in Vietnam, and it's set up like a Disneyland style theme park. So let's go inside and see what it's like. From the outside it already looks really grand. Let's get my ticket out. Oh, there we are. Please go this way. Okay. Going in through the side entrance, I guess. And we're in. I haven't been there, but from what I've seen, it feels like, with that roof, it feels like Grand Bazaar, World Bazaar at Tokyo Disneyland. But the buildings are very different, and the restaurants and the stores look very much like outside vendors. The castle actually looks very nice. Very Asian as well. Like Shanghai Disneyland's castle has Asian touches, and this has, yeah, Asia thrown all over it. We took some shade because it's very hot today. Yesterday it wasn't as hot, but it was overcast, and now the sun came out and it's super hot and humid. So let's call it Shade Appreciation Day. So this is where the water park is. Yeah, I don't know if we will go in there because we don't want to go swimming. And I don't think I feel comfortable filming people in their bathing suits. So what we are going to do though is that big roller coaster, the Wrath of Zeus. So we're now behind the castle, and there's no Fantasyland, there's Adventure World. I've watched videos of this park, and Adventure World is like split up into subsections. This is like a Mesoamerican tiki kind of vibe, and there's where we're going next is like an ancient myth section. Let's see, I see Wrath of Zeus that way, but there's nothing there, so we go here. Here we see a gladiator or a centurion on top of this gate. Oh, there's oh, if for the people who saw videos or people who have been there, there is this airplane-like ride at Epic Universe in the How to Train Your Dragon section, and this is a tower version. But here I see something way more interesting. This is the Wrath of Zeus. It's a Vekoma launch coaster. It's one of the newer ones, and so I'm very excited to ride it. I haven't seen it going, but let's see if it's open at all. That's why it will open in a few minutes. Let's see. Nice queuing area right in the middle of the coaster. Looks cool. I wonder why they chose red in a country like Vietnam, because it fades even quicker than other colors. Interesting choices, but I like the flowers and the cacti.
Welcome to the land of ancient Greece, where you will conquer the game, the Wrath of Zeus. According to Greek mythology, Zeus is the supreme god who rules over the sky and thunder, leading all the gods atop Mount Olympus in ancient Greece. Zeus wields powerful lightning bolts as weapons against his enemies and as a means to punish wrongdoers. That lightning bolt is the very vessel you are about to ride. The Wrath of Zeus is one of the fastest slide rides in the world, taking passengers to a height of over 50 meters and plunging down from 1,010 meters long. You will experience the thrill of conquering challenges with 3 inversions, 3 kicks, 6 spins and twists, and 360-degree loop, all designed to challenge speed enthusiasts who want to conquer this ride at least once in their life. So, are you ready to take on the game? Let the adventure begin.
That was a great coaster. We couldn't film on the ride, unfortunately, but yeah, it's very punchy. The launch is very fast, and then you got this top hat. It has a brake on the top. I usually don't like that, but I know that it's necessary because at the bottom of that hill I was graying out, so I had flashes in my field of vision. Yeah, definitely the best coaster here in Vietnam that I've done so far. Maybe the best one in Asia that I've done. But yeah, very cool. Let's see what we will do next. There's lots more to see here. This reminds me of a part of the spiel of the Euro Disneyland Railroad. Do you see that ancient temple there in the distance? So this should house another roller coaster, a Vekoma suspended coaster. It's the attraction time that most likely will be at the new Monsters Inc. coaster at the studios. It does look quite nice. dark in here. And no music, that makes it very eerie. So, okay. Looks nice. Can't make any sense of it, but there's a battle going on, I guess. Okay. This looks like it should move. Okay. Back into the dark. Very, very well themed. Looks like a pre-show area, but never used, I guess. Back into the dark. Here we are at the station. I assume we cannot film on this one either, so I guess I see you on the other side. Interesting. Feels like a standard layout of a Vekoma suspended junior coaster, but yeah, they put a roof over it. Oh, you can look in here. Let's see. Yeah, it's with these interesting looking lights. It's an interesting experience. Yeah, it all looks very nice, but I'm starting to think of a saying that I heard an Imagineer say, like a comparison with icing and cake. If you have like all cake and no icing, it's not good. But if you have like all icing and hardly any cake, that's not good either. So it's the right balance. And I feel at this park there's a lot of icing, but not a lot of cake. Yeah, I have to say, with the Wrath of Zeus, the balance is good. It's a very good roller coaster with very nice theming. What's the name of the other one again? I don't know. It's very, very nicely presented, but it's a pretty standard roller coaster. Here we are at Amazon Volcano. I think there's a locked flume ride. Pretty sure we cannot film on it either. But let's see what the queue looks like. I like the sign. It doesn't scream Amazon to me, but maybe that's my lack of understanding of the Amazon. Let's see. Is this an Amazon thing as well? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. It does look nice though. It's a super hot day, so getting a little wet is more than welcome. That was very welcome. Nice getting some water sprayed over you. It's not that bad, but yeah. On the ride there we went through a cave with these huge crystals. Looks pretty nice. Speaking of which, we have a pretty nice lunch reservation at the aquarium. So we will have lunch under the sea. So I'm very excited for that. This aquarium is pretty good from what I hear, but the most special thing is that it's housed inside a giant sea turtle. Isn't that cool? Super cool. Looks awesome. It's massive. It's called the Seashell, and I'm very much looking forward to the ambiance, but also the AC. Would you look at that? Isn't that awesome? That is big. Entire exhibit around jellyfish. I always think they're very peaceful looking, very relaxing. Let's see. Phu Quoc treasure. So yes, we're looking for the restaurant. I asked the lady, and it should be behind here, like after all this. Here it is, the Deep Sea Restaurant. When we were welcomed at the restaurant, they said, we're gonna have you seated at the middle row of seats. And we asked, yeah, can we sit by the glass? Yeah, you can, but you have to upgrade to the more luxurious menu. And it was only $20 extra, so that was a no-brainer. It was a set menu, so for a starter we had marinated salmon with sour cream and a dill oil, a fruit salad with yogurt, next cauliflower soup with bacon, which I liked. and then the main course, Kobe beef, and that was really terrific. Next to pear sorbet, kind of a palate cleanser for the lobster with a bisque sauce and some pasta. And for dessert, some strawberry ice cream with some white chocolate shapes. I liked the presentation very much, but the flavors just weren't there. After lunch, we took a better look at the exhibits that we just rushed by. What I thought was the true highlight of the aquarium were these amazing tunnels. You go right inside the basin. If you look to the right here, you can see the window of the restaurant that we were just at the other side. In these tunnels, you have a great view of these beautiful sea creatures. Despite having been in the air conditioning for a few hours at the aquarium, the heat is getting the better of us. So we will ride some rides and then we're calling it a day. We walk past the mysterious Viking village, because on the outside of it is the entrance of the Viking River, and that's a like a rapid river ride, and we hope they get wet to cool down some, and then I think we'll do 2 more rides and then we're calling it a day. The Viking River Rapid Ride. There's a bit of a line, but that's fine. Okay, that was weird. It was a fun rapid river, but it was fun, but you hardly got wet on the ride, in the beginning of the ride. The ordinary way, the splashes were pretty small, and then at the last bend I showed you this as well. There's a fountain and that totally soaks you. So yeah, odd design choice. Yeah, and operations here are so slow. Everything has to be triple checked. Safety first, don't get me wrong, but it's almost a little bit too much. Everything needs to be like, they pull my seatbelt to check it, and then they check someone else, and then they check mine again. It's odd. Yeah. On to something else. Right here at the castle, this is the backside of the castle. There's the entrance of Dragon's Spell. It's an interactive dark ride inside the castle. So let's see. That looks nice. Ah, that's what I was supposed to look like. So dark in here, I have to see where I go. Oh, this is the station already. So, as we know by now, no filming on the rides, so I see you guys on the other side. Okay, that fell into the same category as most of the other rides. Looks very nice. Is the ride any good? Not so much. We got 3D glasses. There were actual sets, but there was a very obvious screen behind it, and then yeah, the monsters started. 3D was only applied so you could do the jump scares and stuff. Yeah. We had some. We didn't stop. Well, we stopped in front of the screen, but we didn't have any stops for people to get in or something. But the ride got out of sync. Like the screen turned off. Something. It started over one time, and then the guns didn't work. Yeah. It's. I don't want it to be a very negative vlog, but it's just not that good for the level of theming that they have. But they do have a good app. Then you can tell it the ride that you want to go on, and then you can have it calculate the route for you. So that's handy. And yeah, a funny thing over here in Vietnam, they don't call the rides rides, they call them games that you play. If you want to say, like, would you like to ride the ride in English, they say, do you want to play the game? So that's something something fun, something different. So this concludes our day at VinWonders Phu Quoc. Was it a good day? Yes, very much so. I had a lot of fun. Was it what I expected? Kind of. It looks very, very, very beautiful. But most of the rides are just not good. Operations is interesting at the very least. Yeah, just so amazingly slow, and I appreciate what they did here. Maybe it will inspire other major companies to build big parks here as well. And with that, I would like to end this show. Listen to the podcast. I don't mention it enough. We have a podcast for years and years and years. The YouTube channel is fairly new. You can find it in your favorite podcast aggregator. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok. And I will see you next time.
Mấy anh đi á, anh ta thắt con đường ta.